is 1921. Warren G. Harding has just been sworn in as President of the United States. Hello, everyone. I am Warren G. Harding. I have just been sworn in as the President of the United States. Now, I'd like to address you all about the state of our nation. Now, there are some problems. There are small problems, but there are problems. Our economy is starting to suck. There's trade wars, and it appears that half of Europe hates us because we just got finished kicking their butt in a war. But I will tell you one thing. All of these problems are due to one person. His name is Woodrow Wilson. But as your president, I promise you all that I will return our great nation to a state of normalcy. Oh, jeez, wow. Oh my gosh, Mr. President, that was such a good speech. That was such a good speech. You did great. I'm your Secretary of Commerce. I'll be advising you about how to handle this nation's economy. I feel like I'm pretty good with economics. One of these days, I'm going to become president, and I'm going to make this country's economy just awesome. Well, that is good to hear. What's your name? Hoover, Herbert Hoover. Oh, well, with a name like that, you ought to be good with economics. So, anyway, how's stuff been going? Well, the economy's been doing pretty good. Like you said, since the war, our manufacturing's been getting good. But one thing we do need to be worried about is that Europe is starting to recover from the war. And they're like farming again, and they're selling stuff way cheaper than the people in America are selling stuff. So they're outselling us. What do you think we should do about that? We make a tariff. Wow, that is such a good idea, Mr. President. And what will be in this tariff? We call it the emergency tariff. And we just charge extra for anything that they're importing from Europe, and it'll just be for a year or two. Well, that is a great idea, Mr. President. I'll get Congress right on that. Thank you, Mr. Hoover. All right, now I got a very important poker game to get to. All right, Mr. President, I'm going all in. Oh, you're playing hardball, okay? I'm going all in too. Mr. President, you don't have enough money to match my bet. Oh, it appears you're right. I'll be right back. This is a set of our finest White House china. It has been in the White House for 100 years. Okay, that's good to match my bet. All right, 4 of a kind, all aces. Ha, go fish. Mr. President, we're not playing go fish. We are playing poker. Oh, well then I lost. Yeah, you can keep the china, I guess. All right. Good game. Now I gotta go meet with some guys we were at war with.
Hello, Mr. President. I am Friedrich Ebert. I am the President of Germany. Listen, we are here to talk to you about this treaty that Woodrow Wilson drafted. And we just need you to pass it, and then it will permanently establish peace between the United States and Germany and the other belligerents during the Great War.
Well, that does sound interesting. Okay, so will you sign it? No.
What? Why will you not sign it?
I don't want to.
But this will establish the League of Nations. It will bring peace about the world. What are we supposed to do if you do not sign it?
I don't know, keep fighting, I guess.
Do you see this guy? He's a jerk. He's not signing the treaty.
Oh, hello, Mr. President. Hey, Mr. Fall, Secretary of the Interior. So, what you doing there? Oh, I'm just managing stuff about oil. You know, it's hard managing all this oil-related stuff. I don't know about oil. I'm not a chemist. I don't know. Well, if you want, I could manage all the oil stuff for you. You know what? That sounds like a, hey, wait a minute. I can't do that. You're the Secretary of Interior. That's illegal for me to put you in charge of the oil. So? All right, you got me there. I'm going to sign this executive order. Now, the Department of the Interior is in charge of all the nation's naval oil reserves. But listen, whatever you do, you cannot sell this oil. That is very, very illegal for you to do that. We got to auction it off to the highest bidder. That way it's fair and competitive. So, do not sell the oil. Okay, I won't sell the oil. All right, see you, Mr. President. Oh, hey, Mr. Sinclair. Yeah, your oil company's doing good? Okay, yeah. Well, you know how you said you and your oil company were looking for more oil? Well, guess who's got oil? So, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. I'll meet you then. Hey, Mr. Sinclair. Hey, Mr. Fall. How's it going being Secretary of the Interior? Pretty good. So, you got the money? Yeah, I got the money. You got the stuff? Yeah, I got the stuff. So, we just do it here? Yeah, guess we just do it here. Thank you. Thank you. All right, have pleasure doing business with you. Yeah, he's back. Mr. President. Yes, Herbert. Oh, this freaking thing. We got a problem. Remember the tariff you established? Yes, my brilliant idea to stimulate American farming. How's it going? It's going terribly. It's like Europe just like stopped doing business with us. They aren't trading with us anymore, and our farm products are getting more expensive, and I think that might be a problem in the next few years or something. Yeah, that I see how that could be an issue. Okay. Well, what should we do? What should we do, Mr. President? I got it. We make a different tariff. I like the way you think, Mr. President. And what's going to be different about this tariff? It'll be like way bigger than the last one, and instead of temporary, it's forever. Oh my gosh, that is just genius. To solve this, we should just do the same thing, only more. That is perfect, Mr. President. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Hoover, I had this idea the other day I wanted to run by you. Oh, Mr. Harding, you know how I love hearing your ideas. Oh, stop. Anyway, my idea was to just go on tour around the country and tell people how good my ideas are. That's really what I want to do. Well, I'm sure people would love to hear about that, Mr. Harding. You know where you should start? You should start with San Francisco. That would be a really great place to give a speech. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna take my wife and we're gonna go to San Francisco. That's a car. All right, honey, you ready to go to San Francisco? Yeah, yes, Herbert. Warren, yes, Herbert. All right, we're here. Hello, San Francisco. I'm your president, Warren G. I'm your president, Warren G. Harding. Sorry, I seem to be coming down with something. Anyway, I just came here because I wanted to tell you all how good my ideas are. So, since I became president, I made a bunch of big tariffs. All right, Thank you all. Thank you all for your time. Warren, I think we need to be getting you back to the hotel. You seem a little sick. Oh, honey, this is worse than that. Oh my gosh, Mr. President, Mr. President! I came as soon as I heard you were sick. Herbert, come closer. Herbert, one day, I know it, you're gonna be president. And you're gonna make this country's economy great. It should have been me. It should have been me. Honey, come closer. What, Warren? Come, I gotta tell you something. I had an illegitimate child with your best friend. Thank you all for watching.